decline, but if we do confront our mistakes, our future will be worthy of the best of our past. Now, let me just conclude with these thoughts. The first thing is we must remember that the conduct that has undermined our values and sapped our strength arose in the context of seeking to protect the country from further attacks. But, as Justice Louis Brandeis warned in a somewhat different context, at times the greatest dangers to liberty lurk in insidious encroachment by men of zeal, well-meaning but without understanding. These issues transcend partisanship. They are far more important than the controversies that divide us. Indeed, to fully understand these issues should bring all Americans together. The development of novel and erroneous constitutional theories has, in my view, led to conduct that is contrary to American values and that's actually made us less safe. Now, again, there are some words that the Church Committee uttered 32 years ago, that are no less true today than they were 3 decades ago. The United States must not adopt the tactics of the enemy. Means are as important as ends. Crisis always makes it tempting to ignore the wise restraints that make us free. But each time we do so, each time the means we use are wrong, our inner strength, the strength which makes us free, is lessened. Now, I believe that with a sober investigation into what has been done, both what has gone wrong and what has gone right, we can actually bring our country together, and that we can show that when properly respected, our constitutional structure and our core fundamental values can, as they have for so many years, provide the people of this country and of the world the hope for a better, fuller, fairer life. Thank you.
Robert Wexler.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to again thank you, Chairman Conyers, for holding this important hearing. I'd like to just begin by taking up where my good friend and someone I respect enormously, Mr. Pence, just spoke about. And essentially, Mr. Pence, I believe, referred to policy differences as being distinguished from constitutional issues or legal issues. And I would beg respectfully to differ with Mr. Pence, particularly as to 3 issues: ignoring congressional subpoenas, spying on American citizens, and whether or not torture is ordered illegally or in some other fashion. President Bush has ordered his executive branch officials, such as Karl Rove, Harriet Miers, Josh Bolten, and other administration officials, not to testify to Congress. I believe that is an indisputable fact. And what has occurred is a set of circumstances where this administration has made itself immune from congressional oversight to a degree that no other administration in American history has done. Respectfully, in my estimation, that is not a policy issue. That is a constitutional action, and it is a legitimate inquiry to determine whether or not that abuse of executive privilege amounts to the constitutional standard of or required for impeachment. Mr. Barr, in the last impeachment, during the impeachment of President Clinton, repeated what was also said earlier today in terms of President Nixon in his comment. Quote, President Nixon was, "When the president does it, that means it's not illegal." And Mr. Barr, to his credit, during the Clinton impeachment, his quote was, Nixon's statement, quote, "was dead wrong then, and it is dead wrong today. Wrong, that is, unless one